Oh, we need to turn this up. We already have 3 people. Hold on. How do we get the... Oh, that's it. Good morning. So we are starting Teen Yoga. It's 10 o'clock. And welcome all of you joining us for our Teen Yoga this morning. So we are going to be looking at if we're in a very low mood, feeling a bit sad, maybe quite tired today, I'm going to look at some different postures and breathing techniques to help you to pass through that and to bring you into a place of more energy and joy. So just think of all feelings and emotions a little bit like energy, so, and also thoughts. So they move into us and out of us. So if it keeps flowing, then we will be healthy. If it gets stuck anywhere, if the feelings, the emotions, or the thoughts get stuck, they become stagnant, and then we can get all sorts of problems going on a physical, emotional, and spiritual level. So it's really good if we can keep all emotions flowing, and it doesn't matter what emotions they are. All feelings and emotions are good, but we just want to keep them moving and flowing through the body. So welcome those that are joining us. We're going to start on our mat, and we're going to start just reminding ourselves of why we do yoga. So we do yoga to keep our bodies healthy, our minds healthy, and our spirits, okay? You are going to need, it's reminding me, you're going to need a pen today, okay? So if you haven't got a pen, grab yourself a pen. I'm going to use a highlighter so you can see it. So grab yourself a pen. You are going to need a blanket so that you can get yourselves nice and comfortable at the end for the relaxation, okay? So you need a pen. Hi, Debbie. You need a pen and you need a blanket, okay? And anything else that you want to make yourself comfortable at the end. If you have a bolster or some cushions and that you'd like to use those at the end for the relaxation, then you're more than welcome to do that, okay? All right, so we are going to start by coming onto our mat. So that's your pen, Cindy. There we go. So coming down onto your mat and just crossing your legs. And we're going to just keep our spine straight and tall. Okay, we're just going to check in with ourselves this morning. So keep rooted down at the sit bones. Keep the spine straight and tall. Soften the shoulders. Draw the chin gently in. With the eyes closed now, draw your awareness to the spine, to the length of the spine. And feel crown of the head, the tip of the head, gently lengthen towards the sky. As soon as we close our eyes, we begin to become aware of any physical tension, any areas that may feel tight. As soon as we close our eyes, we begin to soften and focus inwards. So you might start to become more aware of your breath. Try not to change it in any way, try and just observe it. So almost like you are an external observer to the breath. And now we're going to bring some movement into the spine. So almost like you have a pencil attached to the top, very tip of your head. You're just going to draw a circle on the ceiling, but try and keep the spine straight so you're not curving the spine at the moment. You're just really working into the sit bones. And the pelvis. So really focusing on your sit bones and your pelvis. Really tiny circle, drawing that circle in on the ceiling. So going one way, and then going the other way. Still with the eyes closed. You're still bringing all of your focus to any physical sensations, any areas of tension, any areas of tightness in the body. So we're going to now begin to open the chest here. So draw the shoulders away from the ears, open the chest. You might want to look to the ceiling, or you might want to keep the head straight. So inhale, draw the shoulder blades together, and then exhale, drop down onto the lower back. Draw your navel in and draw your chin to your chest. Breathing in, opening the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades. Breathing out and round and through the spine. Breathing in and opening the chest, and breathing out, rounding through the spine. And one more time, breathing in, opening through the chest, and breathing out, rounding the spine. Coming back to the center, we're going to breathe in and draw the shoulders towards the ears. Squeeze the shoulders, squeeze the face. Breathing in and breathe out with a relax the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing in, squeezing the shoulders, and breathing out and again relaxing away. One more time, squeeze the shoulders, breathing in. And then breathing out, drawing them away. Okay. So just coming onto your hands and knees now. Bring some movement into the spine before coming into Surya Namaskar, Sun Salutations. So hands are under the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. We're going to breathe in and look up, open the chest, opening the throat. And then tucking the tailbone under. Draw your belly button in. Feel your shoulder blades melting apart. So feel that lovely space created in the back body here. Breathing in now, looking up, opening the chest, opening the front body and keeping the back body long. And then breathing out, rounding through the spine once again. One more time, breathing in, linking the movement and the breath together, calming the parasympathetic nervous system, and then breathing out, rounding through the spine. Coming into Balasana, so untuck the toes, draw the tailbone down to your heels, and then bring your forehead to the floor, soften the shoulders, and just feel how grounding that is to earth beneath. Cradling you, supporting you, helping you to feel safe and secure. And just taking some long and soft breaths here, deep into the back body. So when we breathe, many of us really focus the direction of the breath into the front of the lungs. So we actually need to focus the breath into the back body too. So right into the back of the lungs. And this is a lovely posture to do that. So we're really directing the breath to the back of the lungs and the spine area. If your knees are on your chest, then you might want to just open your knees so that you can breathe a little bit better. And also this is a really calming posture because the head is slightly lower than the heart, which is a very slight inversion. So it just allows our body to calm and the nervous system to rest. Slowly now we're going to come up to kneeling. Bring your hands forwards in front of you. Lift your hips, tuck your toes under, and then push into your hands and lift your knees. We're going to come into a balance here. So balancing on the toes. See if you can come high onto the fingertips. Either stay here or see if you can come with your hands together into Anjali Mudra. If you keep needing to put the fingers down to balance, then that's okay. Focus your gaze, your drishti gaze, on something in front of you. Now, if you want that extra challenge, then you can begin to bring the arms up over the head. And we're going to very slowly come to stand. So pushing through the toes, bring the heels down now, and slowly push the floor away from you. Okay, we're going to start to energize the body, coming into Surya Namaskar, sun salutations, to bring a bit of warmth into the body. Okay, so standing at the top of your mat, and then lift your toes as you breathe in. Breathe out and bring your toes down, linking the movement of the breath. Breathing in, lifting the toes. Breathing out and bring the toes down. Breathing in, lift the toes, spread the toes, and breathe out, bring them down. Breathing in, lift the heels. Breathing out and slowly lowering them down. Breathing in, lift the heels. Breathing out and down. One more time. Breathing in, lift the heels. And then breathing out, bring them down. Okay, let's get that breath into the body. Here we go. We're going to breathe in, lift the arms. Push down through the soles of the feet. And then bend the knees slightly. Breathe out, nice long spine as you fold forwards. Stepping the left leg back. As far as you can, bring the left knee down. And then breathe in, sweeping the arms up. Breathing out, slowly sweep the arms down either side of the right foot. Lift the left knee off the floor. Step the right foot to meet the left. Nice, strong plank pose. Push through the heels here, the crown of the head. Tuck the tailbone under, draw your belly button in. Slowly breathe out, bring your knees down and float. Drawing the elbows back, keeping them tucked in towards the ribs. Untuck your toes. Shoulders roll away from your ears as you breathe in and lift the chest. Open the chest. Breathing out now, coming straight into downward facing dog. Looking at your feet, lifting your tailbone. Maybe just shaking it out. Give your head a yes and a no. Release the back of your neck. Draw your belly button in. How long can you make your spine here? Keep lifting that tailbone. And then from here, look towards your hands. Step your foot back in between your hands. And then step the right foot back, breathing out here. Breathing in, coming all the way up, reaching up, filling up the lungs with joy and hope. Breathing out, hands either side of your body. Staying here, breathing in, fingertips down to the earth. Breathing out, hands come to your heart. Breathing in, arms coming up, doing the other side now. Bending the knees, breathing out and fold forwards. Stepping now, the right leg all the way back, bring the right knee down. Sweeping the arms up as you breathe in and reach up. Fill up those lungs. Breathing out, arms sweep gently down. Hands either side of the left foot. Lift the right knee, left foot meets the right. Strong plank. From here, push back through the heels, the crown of the head, tuck the tailbone under, then breathe out, knees slowly come down, elbows come back, brushing against the ribs, and then slowly float to the floor. Untuck the toes, Shoulders away from the ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and breathe in, open the chest. See where your back bend is by lifting your hands slightly off the floor. Place your hands back down, tuck your toes under, and then breathe in, downward facing dog. Looking at your feet. Draw your navel in. Lift your tailbone. Relax the back of your head. How straight and long can you make your spine? From here, step that right foot all the way forwards. The left foot is going to follow as you breathe out here. Breathing in, sweeping the arms up. Nice deep breath in. Fill those lungs. Energize the body. Breathe out. Hands come down. Standing into Tadasana, mountain pose. Breathing in. Breathing out. Feeling the whole body alive with energy. You're really igniting the 70 trillion cells working tirelessly day in, day out for the good of your body. From here, place your hands to your heart. Feel that gratitude within for your day, for the sun, for nature, for the birds, for the life around us, for everything we have already in our lives. Feeling that gratitude from within. And then slowly come down to your mat. So, we are looking at the heart area today. So, just again, if you can comment, so if some of you are watching, can you just comment on how you're feeling today? I'm going to concentrate on sadness, feeling really low, okay? There's lots going on at the moment, and I think that's sometimes quite hard to process. And there's definitely, for me, been times where I felt really low. You know, you look at what the NHS are doing and how much they're giving, yeah? So how are we going to process those feelings and look after ourselves and move on so we can still be of value to our community and to ourselves? Do you want to share anything about those feelings, or have I put you on the spot? Okay, so if you can just type maybe how you feel today, that would be great. We're going to look at the heart area. So when we're thinking of sadness, a lot of the time, certainly in grief, what can happen is because the heart has been hurt, if we have had pain or lack of love, those sorts of issues, then quite often we will protect that heart area. So we can kind of hunch the shoulders. It can show physically, not always, but it can show physically, and people can have this sort of hunched shoulder type posture and protect their heart area. So with yoga postures and asanas, we begin to try and open the heart, and it will happen really slowly. So what I will say is, someone who's been through grief, actually, when doing very deep heart openers postures, it could sometimes make me feel quite panicky and anxious. So be really mindful of that. We're going to do some really gentle heart openers today, so that hopefully you can do it really slowly, because moving out of sadness and grief is a very long process, and it will happen naturally to when you physically, mentally and emotionally are ready. There's some a bit depressed and stressed. Yeah, tired, not sleeping well. Thank you for sharing that. And this is going to be a really good class for you to do. So sun salutations is great for getting the body moving. So please get the body moving. But these postures are going to look specifically at opening up this area here. And of course, when we open up the shoulders and the chest area and the heart area, we are also getting more oxygen into the body, which has been proven to help with depression and things like that. So I think BSK Iyengar said that if you do bridge posture, which is not the same as bridge in gymnastics. So I'll show you that one in a minute. If you do that in a restorative pose for 5 minutes a day, it's supposed to ease symptoms of depression. So we're going to move into some really gentle heart openers. So we're going to start off by just getting our pencil, like I asked you to get at the beginning. We're going to kneel up, okay, so on our knees. And you're going to hold the pen in front of you, okay? So we're going to begin to get the shoulders moving. And we're going to bring the pen with the right hand all the way around to behind us. We're going to see if we can try and grab the pen with the left hand and then bring it all the way to the front. And I would like you to try and do this, keeping your arms as high as possible. So try not to just do it there, like that. You're going to try and keep them in line as much as you can with your shoulders. So you're passing the pen from the right hand to the left hand, from the right hand to the left hand. Keep them high from the right hand to the left hand, from the right hand to the left hand. Keep them high. One more time, from the right hand to the left hand. We're going to go the other way now. So we're going to pass it from the left hand to the right hand. So you're also using a little bit of brain gym here. You're using proprioception because you can't see the pen. So you're using the image of your body in your mind's eye to grab the pen as well. So there's lots going on for the brain, as well as softening the shoulders and opening the chest here. So keep passing the left hand to the right hand. Okay. And then come to the front. Give your shoulders a shake, give your arms a shake, because it's quite an intense arm opener, okay, and softener. So now we're going to do cow face pose with a pen. So with the right arm, bring the right arm out to the side with the pen. Bring the right arm up to by your ear, and then bring the right hand to the back of your heart. Okay, so I'm just going to show you behind here, okay, to the back of your heart. Now bring your left arm out to the side with your palm facing behind you, and then bring this left hand behind you. See if you can grab a hold of the pen, okay. If you can't, then see if you can get something a bit longer maybe, okay. Grab a hold of the pen with the left hand, and then bring the left arm up, holding the pen. Bring the right arm out and go the other side. So I find the other side a bit harder. So I really have to focus and concentrate. If you need a bit of time to grab it, then do. Then you've got it with the right hand. You're going to bring the right arm round and behind the back of the heart. Grab it with the left hand. Bring the pen round in the left hand, all the way round, and grab it with your right. So keep this going, breathing in and grab, breathing out and grab. So if you can link it with the breath, if not, then just focus on what you're doing. Breathing in and swap from the right to the left, to the left, to the right. Don't worry about your right and left, just try and get your own rhythm now. So passing the pen from one hand to the other hand. Okay. Keep going, passing from one hand to the other hand. Okay. Oh, and try not to drop it. There we go. Placing it down now. So we're going to come into a really gentle heart opener or shoulder opener too. So coming down onto your mat, we're going to come into Cobra Bhujangasana. Place the hands underneath the shoulders. I'm going to tuck those elbows right in, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Lots of people tend to come into Cobra by just pushing into their hands and coming up like this. Well, that's not really a heart opener. That's just crunching your lower back here, which isn't very good in the long run. So we want to keep our body safe in yoga. So place your hands under the shoulders, draw your elbows in, shoulders away from the chin, and then just use your back muscles to come up and open your chest. So when we're in Cobra, we really want to feel the chest opening. Squeeze the shoulders gently together, draw the chin in, and maybe even hover the hands. If there's any tension in the back of the neck, you don't have to look up. In fact, it's not good to just look in front or even down at your mat if it's too much for your neck. Okay? And then slowly come down. You're going to breathe in and come up again. And then breathe out and come down. And one more time, breathing in, opening the chest. See if you can come up a little bit more, open that chest a little bit more. And then breathe out and come down. And then from here, you're going to come into another heart opener. So holding on to your right ankle with your right hand or your right foot. And then we're going to just breathe in and come up one side. And breathe out, come down. Now release your right foot. Place your right hand under your shoulder. Bend your left knee. Hold on to the left foot. Breathe in, come up. And then breathe out, come down. You can do alternative sides again, or if you can grab both feet, you're going to breathe in, come up, and draw the feet away from you to the back of your mat. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. That's it. That's it. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. So we're concentrating more on opening the heart here rather than coming into full bow pose. And then slowly come down. Bring the forehead down. Place the hands underneath the shoulders. Bring the legs back down. Push into the hands and come into Balasana, Child's Pose. Bring your forehead to the floor. So we always do the counter posture after. And slowly come up. Okay. So we're going to come into bridge pose. So this is one I was talking about. You can use this one to completely open the heart after quite a while, so we can stay in it for a bit longer. It's a nice, really nice restorative pose. Okay. So we don't have to do it as a restorative pose. I'll show you first how to come into it. So lying down on your backs. That's it, well done. And you bring your feet towards your sit bones, towards your hips. Bring your arms either side of your body. And you want to be able to touch your heel with your middle finger. And that should be the length of your feet away. You want your feet about hip distance apart with your toes very slightly together. Okay? And you're going to tuck your tailbone under, so flatten your lower back, the back that's normally got a bit of a hollow in it, so you can sometimes put your hands under like this. You want to flatten that down into the mat, first of all, okay? Then you push into your feet and bring your pubic bone towards your belly button as you lift your hips. So keep lifting your hips up. And as you push into your feet, your head is straight, so try not to turn your head. Keep pushing into your feet. See if you can interlace your fingers behind your back and draw your knuckles towards the bottom of your mat. Keep your shoulders on the floor and the head on the floor, the back of the head. And just take some really deep breaths into the chest here. Okay? So you can stay here or you can begin to deepen this posture a little bit more by the hair because it's trapped. Okay, so if you have got hair, just make sure it's not underneath and pulling. You can begin to lift your hips even further and draw your hands underneath your hips. Try to keep your heels on the floor, so don't come onto your toes to lift your hips up. This might be quite intense, so if it is, then just keep with your hands interlaced underneath, drawing your knuckles towards the back of the mat, okay? Now, some of you might be gymnasts and might be super flexible already, So I'm going to help you to come into wheel pose. So for wheel pose, you're going to bring your hands either side of your ears. Definitely get your hair out of the way for this one. Your fingertips are pointing towards the back of your mat. Your elbows, they're not coming out here, they're going to point upwards. And then with a big pump, you're going to push into your hands and your feet to come into wheel pose. Okay? And then slowly tuck the chin in to come down and lower onto the back of the head. Okay, I'm going to help when you come into this. So, tucking the hands, pointing the fingers towards the back of the mat. The elbows come in, okay? Now, if there is someone around that can help you into this, then you just bring your fingers to the shoulders, okay? And you want this movement here, because we're the bridge pose, the wheel pose, most of the back bend is coming from between the shoulder blades. So keep the feet steady, push into the hands, big pump up, and then you can just hold and support them like that, looking towards your hands. And begin to straighten your arms, take some deep breaths, and then tuck your chin in to come down. And then from here, you bring your knees into your chest and you give yourself a hug. Check in, how did that make you feel? If it was too much, if you felt a shortening of breath, if you felt a bit anxious, check in with that, okay? Give yourself time, give your body a chance to assimilate the feelings that brings up. Sometimes it's quite intense. How did you feel after that? Yeah, okay, so coming into wheel pose is intense. He said it was nice on his back, it felt good, it's a really good stretch, it's a really good heart opener, but it is quite intense. So if it feels too intense for you today, come into the bridge pose, so we're just lifting the hips, and practice that for 5 minutes a day. So I'm just going to show you how you can practice that supported. You don't necessarily need a bolster or anything like that. Okay, I'll show you with the cushions thingy. So you sit lie on your mat there. So what we're going to do is we're going to come into that bridge pose again. Okay, so again, see if you can touch your ankles with your middle finger, lying down. That's it. On your back, lying down. Just move the cushions out the way for a minute to the side. Okay, and then you're going to push into your feet and lift your hips again. And then see if you can just rest the cushions underneath the sit bones, okay? And you might not be in a very deep back bend here, but you're going to stay in it for longer. So you're going to feel areas of your body really relaxing into this chest opener, okay? So just feel the body relaxing down. And it's quite nice to bring the arms out to the sides with the palms facing up. And then close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, feel your shoulders soften. Your fingers gently curling. And I'd like you to focus on your breath here. Taking some long, soothing breaths deep into the chest. Filling up the lungs, focusing on really energizing the body. Almost like recharging your batteries. So remembering we can survive on average 3 weeks without food. On average 3 days without water. But only on average 3 minutes without air, without oxygen. So almost see oxygen as our fuel, as our energy. And in this posture, I'd like you to imagine your body being recharged, being revitalized, being energized. Imagining all the cells in your body coming alive now, being cleansed. And with every in-breath, I'd like you to imagine yourself being cleansed by a vibrant white light. And as you breathe out, imagine you're breathing out a dirty, yucky, stale colour. As you're breathing out all of the stale air from your lungs, as you're cleansing all of the toxins from your body. Really focusing on drawing the breath deep into the body, long and slow. And really focusing on exhaling away all of the toxins, the dirt, the staleness from the body, really ridding it. So really exhaling fully. No forcing, just smooth and flowing breath. Now, slowly we're going to come out of this by pushing into the feet, lifting the hips a little bit higher than the pillows or the blankets that you have under. Removing them out to the side, keeping the height in the hips for a moment. We're going to really slowly roll the spine down, imagining each vertebra of the spine slowly touching the mat until finally the tailbone touches. You're going to bring both knees into the chest. Give the knees a hug. And then hold on to the knees with your hands and circle your knees, making circles with your knees, imagining you're drawing them on the ceiling. So we're going to go one way and the other way. And then we are all now ready for our relaxation. So if you want to get a blanket, then please do. Lie down. Getting yourself nice and comfortable. What you can do is bring your legs nice and long for me. If you want to in the relaxation, it's sometimes quite nice if you have a very low pillow or maybe even an eye pillow is enough. Okay, so you want something quite small, or it depends, sometimes it's nice to have something bigger. And if you could just come up for me, we're going to put this in between the shoulder blades. So slowly come down and then relax the shoulders down. And this just really gently has a suggestion of opening the heart in your relaxation. Okay, so if you've got a low pillow, then between the shoulder blades, and again, bring the arms out with the palms facing up. I'm just putting some cushions under Finley's hands here to just really feel the softness of the cushion on his hands so that he can really fully relax. So allowing yourself to settle down into the mat. Feeling your body becoming lighter and lighter. Now imagine the colours of the rainbow. Feel your body becoming the colours of the rainbow. And imagine now that you're breathing in the colour red. Your whole body becomes the colour red. Feel yourself filling with energy and strength. You are now full of energy and strength. Now breathing in the colour orange, your whole body becomes the colour orange. Feel yourself filling up with happiness and joy. Your whole body is filling with happiness and joy. Slowly now you are breathing in the colour yellow. Your whole body becomes the colour yellow. And you feel yourself filling up with wisdom, with clarity, with truth. Slowly now you feel yourself breathing in the colour green. Your whole body becomes a green colour. Feeling yourself filling with compassion and harmony. Slowly now breathing in the colour blue. And you feel yourself being filled with a deep inner peace. Your whole body is filled with a deep sense of peace. Slowly now, you're breathing in a deep indigo colour. Your whole body becomes a deep dark blue. And you feel yourself being filled with a gentleness, an intuition, a knowing. Slowly now, you breathe in the colour violet. Your whole body becomes a beautiful purple violet colour. And you feel yourself being filled with bliss, with floating beauty, and a deep respect and honour for yourself and for others and the world that you live in. You are now a rainbow, and your colours are everywhere. You feel yourself and the colours growing and radiating. The colours expand further and further until they cover the whole room. You spread out all that you are filled with. Your strength, your energy, your happiness and your joy, your intelligence and wisdom, your love and compassion, your deep sense of peace, your gentleness and intuition, and your beauty, your bliss, and your honor and respect. All these qualities fill all those around you, the town you live in, the country, the world we live in. They spread so vast and wide, they even expand to the whole universe. The colours of light shining out in every direction of space. Slowly, all the colours change into a stream of white light. This white light is now flowing down from the top of your head down to your heart. Feeling the white light flowing now through the body. And bring movement back into the body. Really bring your fingers and your toes. Stretching your body long and thin. And then roll onto your right side, placing your head gently on your hands. And rest here for a moment on your right side. And slowly, when you're ready, gently coming to a seated position. Placing your hands to your heart with your eyes closed, repeating in your internal voice, I am nurturing. I trust. I connect. I am compassionate. Slowly opening your eyes. Where Namaste, the light in me, honours and respects the light in me. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining in. I hope that you all enjoyed that and feel a little bit lighter maybe across the chest area. Feel a little bit of the weight on the shoulders dissipated a little bit more after that. Okay, so thank you very much. There we go. Thank you, Christine. Well done for you. All right, thank you. Keep your practice going. It's so important right now to have that self-care. Okay, so thank you, and I will see you all next week. Bye.